A mysterious person sent me a birthday gift and it's destroying my life. Yesterday was my birthday. I wasn't particularly expecting to have a gift delivered to my house, except for the one I bought myself. But it wasn't something that struck me as odd. I'm not on talking terms with most of my family, but still had friends that I lived for and with whom I rarely talked. The camaraderie is still there, but without words. You heard of a social butterfly. I'd be more like a cousin, the awkward moth. Anyways, I felt like I had to explain the reason why I did something as stupid as put on a necklace that came in a box with no sender's address. I thought some friend of mine was being cute and mysterious and would soon reveal their identity by sending me a message in the myriad of social media options they had. That didn't happen. It was early in the afternoon when I woke up and found the box, and for 3 hours no one claimed responsibility for the unexpected gift. I had lots of happy birthday messages, none of them mentioning sending me a small, unmarked box with a beautiful silver chain and a minimalistic blue pendant. Probably the reason why I put it on my neck without thinking twice. It wasn't a choker, but not one of those long necklaces either. It was impossible to put it on and take it off without opening the clasp, or removing one's head like a plastic doll. It was a piece of jewelry that didn't look like something super expensive and showy, but it was some high quality stuff, just the way I liked it. Whoever sent me this must know my taste well. I sent a message to a few of my friends, but none of them said anything about sending me a gift. I decided it was probably from Seoul. My boyfriend, Saul, was busy with work that morning, and it always meant being unable to text me back. He had promised to take me out for lunch. After watching TV and doing particularly nothing for a while, low-key waiting for the mysterious sender to reveal their identity, I decided it was time to take a long bath and dress up nicely, taking my time to do my hair, makeup, and so on. It was around 11 a.m. I swear I only blinked for a second, and the clock now showed 1:30 p.m. The doorbell rang. It was Saul, holding a beautiful bouquet of flowers. "Happy birthday, honey. Can you be ready in 20?" He hugged and kissed me gently. I must have dozed off, I thought, just to realize my hair was wet and I was wearing a bathrobe. I'd taken a bath or shower already. I just couldn't remember it. In fact, I couldn't remember anything that happened in the last hour and a half. I felt like I literally missed 90 minutes of my day. Being somewhat skeptic and down-to-earth person, I joked to myself that I was, indeed, getting old. I quickly blow-dried my hair and got dressed in time for our reservation. Lunch was, I want to say great, but I have no idea. Once again, I'd lost a large chunk of time. The last thing I remember is being in the car with Saul around 2 p.m. We were heading to the restaurant, but now my clock suddenly read 6 p.m. and Saul and I were in his living room, cuddling and watching one of my favorite movies. I was resting my head on his lap. "Hey, babe?" I was still unsure of how to approach the weird events. Saul was even more skeptical than me. "Yeah? Was lunch good for you?" "Yes, the food was amazing." Incident aside, are you feeling better? "I guess," I said, having no idea what he was talking about. Thankfully, my boyfriend elucidated the matter. "I was so worried because it's not like you to leave the table to throw up that much. You sure you've been taking the pill every day? Or maybe you had something bad to eat yesterday? Saul was clearly very troubled with the idea of me possibly being pregnant, but he was too polite to say it directly. Yeah, don't worry. I think I had something spoiled for dinner. Sorry, I'm being a little weird today, I said, fidgeting with the necklace. Did you send me this? Send? No. Why would I get you something and not give you in person? Saul looked honestly confused. Did you want the necklace? I bought you that pair of shoes you tweeted about. I wanted to feel happy. I wanted to feel happy because my boyfriend got me the perfect gift, but I was just too disoriented about everything. I got this in the mail today, I muttered, still fidgeting with the silver chain. I felt something wrong about it, but couldn't quite place it. There was no card? He asked, and I shook my head no. Maybe it was from Evie. Evie was my best friend from high school. I still considered her a pretty good friend, but we lived far and she was already a mother, so talking constantly was hard. Maybe it was, I said, absent-mindedly, knowing very well that it wouldn't be like her to send something with no card. In fact, she would send a cute letter. We stood in silence for a second, the movie in the background completely forgotten. I finally realized what was wrong with the necklace. I couldn't find the chain's clasp anymore. I sat up and asked Saul to double check it for me. Maybe I was just having a mental breakdown or a stroke. Anything that could justify such weird things in the realm of normalcy. You're right. There's no clasp, Saul concluded, after carefully examining it. That's weird. Saul knew that the chain wasn't wide enough to pass across my head without being opened. That's too weird, I said, finally starting to panic. I want to take it off. If you don't mind breaking it, I'll get a pair of pliers, Saul offered. Always practical. I agreed. That takes us to this morning. It was no more than 6:30 p.m. when Saul and I decided to forcefully remove the necklace from my body. Now I was laying on the same couch as Saul's house, but alone. My boyfriend was nowhere to be seen. I yelled for him, but had no answer. Then I decided to do something I would normally consider irrational and exaggerated, but I was truly scared now. I needed help. I called the firefighters and explained that I was stuck in something made of metal and I needed their help to get it off me and set me free. It was pretty much the truth, in the less weird possible way. I'll send someone, girl. The voice on the other side was monotone and drenched with nicotine. We are pretty understaffed, so it might take a while. Don't try to remove it yourself without help. Rescue is coming. The dispatcher hung up the phone after reciting the standard words in the dullest tone possible. I was pretty much on my own. Maybe I should go to the hospital and have the necklace cut off there. After weighing my options for a while, it seemed like the best choice. I couldn't find Saul's car keys, but I headed to the car anyway. Maybe they were still there. I don't know for how long I screamed when I noticed that the driver's drawers was partially open, a pool of blood forming on the garage floor under it. I knew what I would find, but I wasn't ready for it. Saul's body was all twisted across the two front seats of the car, with a car of pliers stuck right in the middle of his chest. The source of all the blood. It didn't look that fresh either, and his ice-cold body proved that he had died at least a few hours earlier. Did I do it? It's likely that it was me. And, once again, these disturbing thoughts are the last thing I remember. Now it's around lunchtime, at least 4 hours later. When I snapped again, I was back to Saul's living room. His body disappeared, but the car was still there, heavily stained with blood. I'm holding the bloodied pliers, and they're not enough to break the necklace. I don't know if the firefighters came here to rescue me. I just know that it didn't work because I'm still stuck with this cursed necklace. If I was the one to murder Saul, who can say that I didn't kill other people during the time I lost too? At first, I wasn't noticing it, but now I see that the chain is getting tighter and tighter around my neck. Writing here was the only idea I could think of. Has anyone ever heard of unbreakable necklace with a disappearing clasp? I don't know how much time I have before I miss a few more hours of my day or choke to death.